Is Star Wars failing? Let's talk about it. For the past couple weeks, I've been seeing article after article talking about how The Mandalorian Season 3 premiere was doing really bad numbers. Because of this, a lot of fans have been concerned. And then, to make matters worse, we just got word that the David Lindelof project is not going through. This means that Star Wars is in shambles. Could you imagine? Uh, let's break this down. First off, I'm going to be real with you. There is a problem. We do have problems here getting movies in theaters. We can't keep announcing these projects and showing off these cool directors and giving us like a concept and then pulling it away at the last moment and getting canceled and yada, yada, yada. That needs to stop. But that's not what this is. It's actually a testament to how passionate this fan base is that we're trying to get every single crumb and every piece of information that we can. But this project was never actually announced. You can't cancel a project that's not been announced. And what's more, the project hasn't even been canceled. According to the source, which is above the line, they were the first people to break this story. But according to them, the project is moving forward and they already have new writers attached to it. Guys, this isn't news. Here's what we do know. Back in June or July, they got asked to write a script in order to tell a specific story. Now, there's been a lot of speculations that it's a post-Rise of Skywalker story, which got a lot of people excited, and it's why we're so invested in this particular story. But come February, they turn in the story, they turn in their script, and then a few days later, they are walking off of the project. Now, this could mean many different things, but once again, since this project was never announced, I don't understand how this is news. Like, do you know how many scripts are written and proposed and given to studios and they approve it or they pass or they ask them to write more or make changes and then they decide whether or not they want to do it or not? This is a very commonplace. And think about it. They already have more writers on it and we just don't know who they are. What's more is I'm not surprised at this news at all. Think about the timeline, right? They get asked to write this back in June or July. Bob Iger comes back as CEO in November of last year. And last month at the shareholders investment meeting, he actually talked about Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel. And he said, we are making too many projects. We need to be more selective about what we make. So I honestly assumed that we were going to get some projects getting the axe because of this. They're going to greenlight less projects. And I don't know if that's better or worse, but in his specific words, we can do 10 good projects or 5 great ones. Now let's talk about the first thing I mentioned, the viewership numbers. So I've been seeing this graphic being sent all around social media because The Mandalorian Season 3 opened to 1.6 million viewers, and that was less than the Book of Boba Fett. It was also less than the debut of Kenobi. And this is all true. It did worse numbers than the openings of both of those shows. I just don't see how this is a problem. Let's look at this compared to a metric that I think is a lot better indicator of the success of the show. A comparison with The Mandalorian. Season 2 opened up to 1.02 million viewers, and this was actually astounding. This was the biggest opening of a streaming related show that was not from Netflix. Season 3 opened with 1.6 million viewers. More people are watching The Mandalorian than ever before. So to say that's a failure, I don't get it. Like, the numbers jumped up 60%. And that's what kind of baffles me sometimes about this fan base, because there's a bunch of doom and gloom, but if you look at it, it's doing 60% better. I think I know what the disconnect is. Like, we're all big fans. We love this stuff. We love this franchise. And sometimes we can get it conflated with what we love versus what is good versus what is successful. If you love The Mandalorian and you think it's the best thing coming out of Star Wars right now, and you hated the Book of Boba Fett, then yeah, it would be frustrating to see the Book of Boba Fett do better. You would think it would be an indication the Mandalorian's not doing well, but that's not true. Whether or not you like something doesn't determine whether or not it is a success. And by the way, it's okay to not like things. That's not the issue. That's totally fine. I just think the constant doom and gloom is just kind of weird. Like, I just watched The Mandalorian episode 4, and that was a banger. I also just watched tonight The Bad Batch episode 14, also a banger. I loved Andor. Tales of the Jedi, dropped. Enjoyed the heck out of that. We're gonna be getting Ahsoka coming up soon. We're gonna get the Acolyte coming up soon. Star Wars Celebration is coming up soon. Jedi Survivor is coming out soon. The High Republic is still kicking butt. If the High Republic isn't your thing, there are other books that are still dropping off and doing awesome. And if canon isn't your thing, they're still re-releasing Legends books so that they can open this up to a brand new audience. There's so much stuff going on. There's so much good stuff that I don't get it. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think. Apologize for the rant. I'm just kind of screaming into the void here, but I'm gonna start making a lot more of these videos because I miss it. I miss you guys. And for anyone who stuck with me, thank you very much. May the force be with you.